Right now, let's talk a little bit about some of the other celebrities that you've hobnobbed with and had contact with. And I know you must have raised many eyebrows with people in the business who thought they knew who you were. You want to tell us about some of these people? Why don't we start with some of your pictures that you have here for us?
Okay.
And let's go with our very first shot of you and your sister.
And you can tell, since it's a black and white, that it was taken eons ago. We won't say how long. Do we have that shot? No?
There we are.
Okay. That's me, the little one there. Okay.
And how old were you in this picture?
I was just 4 years old.
Question, have you ever seen a 4-year-old picture of Diana Ross to compare?
No, but younger than that. Younger than that.
Okay.
Yep.
I imagine the similarities are striking even at that age.
Well, no, not then. She was really quite cute. She was quite cute. No, not then, but I grew into it, you might say.
Okay. Now, the second picture, what year was this taken?
Let me see. I would say mid-70s.
Mid-70s? Okay.
Here I am. Of course, naturals were the thing back then.
Yes. Actually, they still are. A lot of people just aren't aware of it yet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on to our next shot.
Okay. On this next one, I think you can see the eyes more. Yeah.
Yeah, the facial features seem to be a little bit more pronounced.
But even when I was a teenager, I can remember my mother saying, "Bring your Diana Ross self in here," you know, that sort of Diana Ross looking self, she used to say.
Well, I can think of worse analogies, so that must have been kind of all right. Let's go to our next shot.
Okay, more recent. All right.
And where was this taken, Jasmine?
This was taken at a photo studio. The name's, I can't think of the name right now. It was one of my promotional shots that I use to promote my act.
Very good, very good. And our next shot?
Yes, I was hosting a birthday party there.
Okay.
So...
Was that your Sweet 16 birthday party?
No, that wasn't my party. And there's another one. Now, these shots we're showing to sort of illustrate how, you know, the resemblance is a little down through the years.
Yes.
But now this shot is very interesting. A friend of mine that's a photographer took a picture of me, and he said, "Go and get a Chronicle because the picture I took of you is in the Chronicle." So I went to the store and I looked down and I said, "Well, he didn't tell me it was on the front page." And so I snatched it up and went marching up to the register, and while I was waiting to pay for it, I said, "Say, that's not my dress." And then I noticed that wasn't me. That was her, you know. But you can see I have been photographed in that same pose, and I do have a dress similar to that. So I was confused.
That's absolutely remarkable.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that's me doing one of my shows there.
And where was this picture taken, Jasmine?
Okay, this was taken at a hall, and it was someone's retirement party.
I'm pretty sure it's a retirement they'll remember for the rest of their lives, undoubtedly.
It was a lively crowd. Okay. Now, that garment that you see me in, I had that specially made because Diana has been photographed in that garment very similar to that. Very similar. So, if I'm going to impersonate her...
It's another
yes.
angle of the same garment, same dress?
Yes.
Okay.
Another Ross shot, I call it.
And this is very personable.
Now, this particular one they liked in Vegas. They said they wanted to keep that one because the resemblance was more striking on that one. Okay. Now,
this is Ron Banks with you, isn't it?
It sure is. Handsome devil that he is. There he is.
And for everyone that doesn't know, if there's anybody in Detroit that doesn't know, Ron Banks is the original lead singer from the Dramatics.
That's right.
Our association goes back many, many years. And who have we here? Is this the original founder of Motown?
I'm afraid so. Guilty. There he is. There he is. Now, there's another shot that goes with that because... I wish we could show the other shot. Yeah, that one, because he was having his book signing, and I leaned in, and we were photographed together. And then he came back to town some months later to promote the new opening of the Motown Museum out in Dearborn. And I showed him this picture. And he looked at it, he said, "When did you take this picture of me with Diana or Diana with myself," something like that? And I said, "Hello, that's not Diana, that's me." And then he looked up and he said, "Oh!" And then he turned it over and he signed it on the back. So that second picture there was the one you saw of him signing the picture.
And the autograph says, "To Jasmine, a sweet lady. Berry Gordy, dated 5/25/95.
Yeah.
Next. Who do we have next?
Chuck Gatica.
Isn't that our weatherman?
Yes.
Our local weatherman?
Fair weatherman. Now, this was at the Auto Centennial out at the State Fairgrounds. And he was out meeting and greeting, and so was I.
Okay. Did he give you any advanced weather forecast for that particular day?
He
or
just
that
told me,
week?
watch out.
Now, is this Chuck doing an Elvis impersonation?
No. This is as close as you get to the real thing. I tell you, this is Trent Carlini, and he does Elvis impersonation out in Vegas at the Imperial Palace, and he is the best impersonator that I have ever seen. I tell you, this is a dead ringer here.
The resemblance is uncanny.
Yes, it is.
I believe this is Emmanuel Stewart, isn't it?
Emmanuel Stewart at his restaurant.
And this is for many of you who don't know, Emmanuel Stewart is a promoter and a manager in the boxing game. He's managed several champions, including Thomas Hearns.
Okay, Jay Leno.
Jay Leno from The Tonight Show.
Oh, I tell you, his monologues, they crack me up. They do. He is the funniest man. Anyway, he was in town, too, for the Auto Centennial. And I hear that he purchased 2 cars while he was here, too.
That's great. This looks like Mr. Bill Bonds.
There's Billy. Yep, there he is.
Of course, we would be remiss if we didn't have one of you with our very own, Detroit's very own mayor, Dennis Archer.
This was at a picnic at Belle Isle, annual affair that he gives for city employees.
Oh, this looks like the Contours, if I'm not mistaken.
The Contours, all right, in all their glory. I tell you, they are some sharp people, really nice people, sharp entertainers. I enjoy their show every time I see it.
Very good.
Chief McKinnon.
Okay. And where was this taken?
Again, the Auto Centennial out at the State Fair. Yes.
Okay, and what do we have next?
Now, this young lady, her name is Kim, and we're outside of Hitsville, USA, where it all began. Okay.
I'm sure she must have gone home and said that she took a picture with Diana Ross.
She works there. Oh, okay, there's a story behind this one. This is Trafalgar Square in London, over in England. And I noticed that in the Motown Museum, they have a picture of the Supremes feeding the pigeons in Trafalgar Square in London. And immediately when I saw it, I said, I know where this is. I was doing the same thing in the same place, So that was quite a coincidence.
That's amazing. Now, who have we here in this next picture?
Okay, I started off, as I told you a little while ago, with a group of guys that call themselves Ladies Men's Productions. And they impersonated the Temptations. And I did Ross, and of course the Temptations and the Supremes had a song out together, I'm Gonna Make You Love Me, and some other things they did together. And so we did a little routine there, together. We were on stage together. And that was big fun. Big fun.
That's great, Jasmine. These pictures are absolutely wonderful, and I can look at the pictures and tell that you're having a ball doing what you're doing.
Yeah.